and welcome back to the spooky kitchen with me and good old Mr. Skeleton. Mr. Skeleton's got his Valloween costume on, his little headband. Anyways, today we're gonna make some Valloween cookies, which I'm so excited about because I love collecting Halloween sprinkles, Halloween cookie cutters, all of the Halloween baking stuff. But then I feel like once we get into Halloween season and we're decorating and doing all the things, I never end up baking anything, like nothing spooky. So today we're gonna do a little bit of a Valentine's meets Halloween, Valloween mashup, basically Valentine's Day, but make it spooky cookies is what we're doing today. I'm so excited. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I've only made fancy cookies like this twice in my life, not recently, so it could go one way or the other. These could look and taste horrible, or they could be really good. I feel like that's what makes it fun around here. So the recipes I'm gonna be using today, I'm gonna put them in the description box. One of them is a sugar cookie recipe that I know is a good gluten-free cutout sugar cookie recipe. I do have to eat gluten-free, but if you're not gluten-free, you can make your usual whatever cutout sugar cookie recipe. So I wanted to make sure we at least have a sugar cookie to decorate. So we're gonna use a recipe that I know will work. And then though, I wanted, you know, we like to add things and play around with different recipes here. So I kind of wanted to do, it's a Valentine's Day theme, I wanted to do like a maraschino cherry and almond version. If it does work out, I feel like it's gonna be a freaking delicious cookie. I'll throw in some tips and tricks I picked up along the way while watching my favorite baking championship shows. All right, how are we starting this? Oh, we're gonna start with some wine. Because you know in the spooky kitchen, we always gotta have a beverage, typically an adult beverage. So I'm gonna get some wine. Let me get my wine glass. All right, excuse me, Mr. Skeleton. And before I jump into this, I wanted to mention the sponsor for today's video since it has to do with the beverage we're gonna be drinking today. Today's video is sponsored by Bright Cellars, and I've talked about Bright Cellars here on my channel before, especially if you've been around the spooky kitchen before. First of all, we love a good bottle of wine in this house. We love sitting down with a good book, drinking a glass of wine. We like trying different wines. And if you haven't heard me talk about Bright Cellars before, or you haven't heard of Bright Cellars is a monthly wine club that matches you with wines from all over the world and personalizes the wine based on your unique taste. All you do is take a quick online quiz, and it's super easy. You don't have to know anything about wine. They basically just ask you, oh my gosh. Mr. Skeleton, I'm so sorry, sir. God, that scared me to death. No pun intended, right, Mr. Skeleton? Okay, back to the quiz. Anyways, you just take a quick online quiz and you answer some really easy questions. You don't have to know anything about wine or what kind of wines you like. To answer easy questions about what kind of desserts you like or what kind of juices you like, that kind of thing. And from there, Bright Cellars matches you with wines from all over the world. They're delivered straight to your door. So you don't have to go anywhere, don't have to make any decisions. Don't have to wonder if you're gonna like something or if it's gonna be your taste. And then when you open the box, there are some wine education cards, which have the label of each wine on the front of the card, and then the back of the card has all the information about the wine, the name of the wine, the year, the flavor profiles, the region. There are food pairings. So if you're wondering what kind of food to serve with your wine, there are little suggestions here. And then after you drink your wines, you can rate them. So that way Bright Cellars can continue to hone in even more on your taste preferences. So the wines I got this time from Bright Cellars, I got a Petit Syrah, a Malbec, a Cabernet Sauvignon, a Syrah, oh man, they're gonna make me work for this one, Gruner Veltliner. It's a white wine, looks delicious. Another Malbec and a Sauvignon Blanc. Been loving Bright Cellars, not just because we love wine around here, but also to have when I go to a little family gathering or if I have a friend over or whatnot, I always have a bottle of wine ready to go. Anyways, right now, Bright Cellars is offering you 50% off your first 6-bottle box. That's 6 bottles for just $53. If you click the link down in my description box, I'll have the link right there. Take the quiz, get matched with your wines, and have your wines delivered straight to your door. So 50% off your first 6-bottle box is a steal of a deal. I'm trying to decide to put a white in the fridge, so be chilled. I put the Sauvignon Blanc in there, which is grapefruit, lemon zest, lime, and pineapple. Also, this Malbec looked good. Black currant, black cherry, plum, and violet. Also the Syrah, which I always really like Syrahs, black cherry, blackberry, oak, and smoke. What are you doing over there, Mr. Skeleton? You trying to fall off? No, he is holding strong. I think I'm gonna go with the Sauvignon Blanc, and that's what I'm gonna go get it. Look at Mr. Skeleton's fancy leg out. All right, let's open this baby up. I'm a little nervous about our cookie making today, I'm not gonna lie. My nail, two of my nails snapped in half, basically, because I've been redecorating, which don't worry, I'll be taking you with me as I redecorate my living room. This is the Hazel Layer Sauvignon Blanc. Looks like this. I was moving a couch, and I have no upper body strength, and which we're gonna put it to the test right now. Bottle is open. So it was a challenge getting that couch outside, and I had 2 nail casualties in the process. It's fine. It's fine. But it was hilarious watching us try to get the couch out the door. Anyways, we've got our Mr. Skeleton wine glass. We got our wine. I'm so excited to try this. Mr. Skeleton glass. Got our wine. Smells delicious. Oh, that's really good. It's got a really nice, like, what is it? Lemon zest, grapefruit. Yeah, the grapefruit, I can taste it. Anyways, definitely check out Bright Cellars. That 50% off is a killer deal. All right, so we're gonna have to get, oh. Mr. Skeleton, you keep scaring me. Mr. Skeleton keeps scaring me, which I guess we're following through on our promise that this is the spooky kitchen. Okay, this is from one of my favorite gluten-free blogs, Gluten-Free on a Shoestring. If you're gluten-free, you know about this, I feel like, because cookbook, blog, all the stuff, and every recipe I've tried from Gluten-Free on a Shoestring has turned out great. So, all right, so here's the thing about gluten-free baking that I learned recently. Apparently, if you weigh all the ingredients, it makes a difference, and I've noticed that it really does. So, got me again. Just pulling my pants up, caught me off guard. Anyway, I feel like Mr. Skeleton keeps me in line. Like, cool, you're boring. Okay, I'll get to the point. With gluten-free baking, like every little tiny gram counts, and it's the most fickle baking ever. And I got a scale. It makes all the difference. It's wild. So, my mom came over here once to help me make cookies, and my mom was like, you don't have to do all this. I don't know why you're doing all this. Like, just throw this in here, put this in here. Okay, this is the consistency you want. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Maybe I'm just way overthinking this, right? No. The freaking cookies, they were supposed to be gingerbread men, and they were basically the whole pan. They had spread out so much. So the measurements really do matter. So if you're wondering that, and you're either new to gluten-free baking, or you're making something gluten-free for your friends, when it comes to baking, it really does matter with the measurements, because you got to get, I don't know, the gluten situation figured out. I don't know what it is, but it's annoying. I agree. Anyways, that's my spiel, and I'm sticking to it. 2 cups of gluten-free flour. I like using, let me tell you, do I have a bag? The Bob's Red Mill gluten-free. It's the 1-to-1 baking mix, because it has this flavor to it that really tastes like sugar cookies, like real sugar cookies, like real flour that my mom used to make when I was a kid. I don't know. Wait, I gotta turn on this. 280 grams of flour. By the way, oh, 280. There it is, right there. Bingo. Okay, by the way, how cute is this little spatula spoon thing? Perfect for Valloween. Kind of matches my nails. I love it. Okay. Anyways, how are you doing? Are you celebrating Valloween here coming up? You doing anything special? Watching any scary movies? Or are you just doing a classic Valentine's Day celebration? I realize we have nothing planned. Like, I just realized that today. Let me know what you're doing though in the comments. If you're celebrating, if you have a Valentine, or if your Valentine is yourself, that's totally fine too. Or if you have a Valentine but you don't celebrate, you're like, I'm over it. All right, 3/4 teaspoons of baking powder. So I'm just taking some baking powder. Wait, shoot, I gotta get some salt. My salt is upstairs because, long story. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Oh, go. And 1/2 cup, 100 grams of sugar. All right, we're gonna measure it again. Anyways, if you're wondering where our other mascot is, little Neens, our Chihuahua mascot, she's upstairs with Dallas, and he's comforting her. He's laying with her because we had another scare with her. If you watched Vlogmas, I think it was, Neens and Bailey both had some health issues in December. Neens got this really bad cough. Well, it came back, or I don't think it was the same thing, although it might be the same thing, but we don't know. We took her to the vet yesterday, and we're mixing whisk to combine. Oh, Lord. We'll just use a fork because we're not trying to disrupt Mr. Skeleton again. All right. Anyways, they heard some activity happening in the chest area. He was like, I think I need to take a look in there to see if everything's okay. Long story longer. No pneumonia. Her chest was clear. Really good news. And I was kind of wanting to see what was going on inside anyways, because we hadn't looked at it in 2 years. And since she had heart issues and a trachea issue and she's getting older, I just wanted to see also if her heart was getting bigger or if her heart disease was progressing, that kind of thing. Turns out though, it's her trachea giving her a hard time. So she's on some medication to help out with that, but her heart, the good news is her heart hasn't budged. So it hasn't gotten any bigger. There's no fluid, no heart murmur, no nothing. So it's kind of the best case scenario for that kind of heart thing, especially since she's 16 years old. Anyways, now that we've whisked this to actual death, we're moving on. Oh, shoot, we forgot to put the powdered sugar in here. Where's the powdered sugar at? 22 grams. We missed that one. How many? 3 tablespoons confectioners or powdered sugar. I think it's the same thing. Now, just when I thought we were done whisking, did I miss anything else? I thought I've made this recipe, but now I'm second guessing all of my life choices. What are we doing with the butter? Add the butter and mix to moisten. Oh no, I don't know why I'm doing that. 112 grams of butter. Room temperature. It should be at room temperature by now because I left this out. 100, and I'm using Earth Balance butter, which isn't real butter, so hopefully it doesn't matter. 8 tablespoons, 112 grams. Oh God, that wasn't good. 111, 112, there you go. It says, I don't understand this, but we're gonna do it anyway. It said add the butter and mix. So you gotta moist, I don't like that word moist. Dry ingredients with the butter until the mixture looks sandy. Uh-oh, we're getting hair in the cookies. That's fine, it just makes it spookier. The mixture looks sandy. Pressing down the butter with the back of the mixing spoon. All right. Should we drink some wine while we're doing this process? What time is it? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Okay, we're just mixing. Pressing down the butter with the back of the mixing spoon. We're trying, just chopping now. Add the egg and vanilla and mix to combine. So we're not even there yet. We're still trying to get this looking sandy. And so far it's looks like a bunch of dried calluses. Trying to keep it spooky around here. I feel like you need to be a bodybuilder to do this. Okay, what kind of sand are we talking about here? Does it say kind of sandy or really sandy? Looks sandy. Sand-ish. Add the egg and vanilla. Okay, we're gonna crack the egg somewhere else because I'm definitely not trying to have shells in there and ruin all that hard work we just did. Oh, speaking of which, there's a shell right there. We would have definitely ruined it. Okay, you know what I learned while watching all the baking championship shows to where I feel like I am indeed a baking champion now? I learned that shell attracts shell. So you take out the shell with the shell and it attracts it. I don't know, it doesn't really seem to work that well, but it works well enough. Well, let's wash our hands because we just touched raw egg. Put the egg and vanilla. How much vanilla? 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just gonna put it in here with this guy. So, wait, I'm supposed to beat the egg, right? Whisk it. Beaten. Shoot. All right, quickly. We're just gonna quickly beat the egg. Quickly. And I also put the vanilla in there. I don't know if you're supposed to do it that way, but might as well do both. I believe it was room temperature, but it was getting close regardless. Okay, we're gonna put the egg and the vanilla in. And mix to combine until dry ingredients are all moistened with the wet. This doesn't seem like enough to moisten. Okay, I feel like this is drier than a bone, right, Mr. Skeleton? Mix to combine with clean, dry hands. Knead the mixture together to form a cohesive dough. It will be thick and relatively stiff. Be mature, Jade, be mature. We're gonna try this. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, people. What does it say again? Clean, dry hands. We just cleaned them. Knead the mixture together to form a cohesive dough. Knead. I don't know if I've ever kneaded in my whole life. I feel like this is kneading. Are we kneading yet? Get up the crumbs. Pulling this together like I'm pulling together my life in 2022. Putting her all into this, Mr. Skeleton. You can't say we didn't try. I really want to eat a bite, but I know it's illegal. Not really, but I know you're not supposed to because we don't want to get the diarrhea, do we, Mr. Skeleton? No, we don't. All right, so what I'm gonna do with this is not a lot of dough, by the way. What I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna split this in half. I feel like we're just gonna make a little baby version of our cherry mixture. Take one of those balls of dough. Sorry, did I put salt in there? I'm gonna put this dough, I'm gonna wrap this up in some of this saran wrap stuff. And I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator, let it cool, because I feel like I do not want this to spread at all. So I'm gonna go let this cool. In this guy here, we're gonna do something fun, I feel like. We're gonna add some maraschino cherries, chopped maraschino cherries, and some toasted almonds is what we're gonna do. I've got some maraschino cherries without the stems. Those are the ones we're gonna use. So I'm gonna use this knife. I feel like this one's gonna be the best one to use. This is like a tomato knife, cheese knife. But if you've got like a weird skin to something, it gets through it really, really good. I don't know how many cherries we're gonna use. Let's talk about it. And I'm gonna dry them off, don't worry. But I'm gonna cut into them first. So we're just gonna cut these up. I don't know, I haven't tried this. So this might be absolutely the most disgusting thing I've ever had in my whole life. If you can hear Neen's upstairs coughing. Poor little girl is just hacking away. She's doing okay and she's recovering, but she's still like nighttime, it's really bad. I'm pretty sure we haven't slept since like September. We can sleep when we're dead, right, Mr. Skeleton? Let's have another one. I don't know how many we're adding to this because we're just splitting the batter, but you know, add as many maraschino cherries as you like, maybe. I don't know, if you like a lot, add a lot. If you don't like a lot, don't add a lot. Okay, and then we're gonna put them in a paper towel, kind of dry out. These feel like gummies. Okay, one time when I was a kid, my friend and I thought we could, and I think my brother was involved in this too. We thought we could make cookies on our own. And so we tried making chocolate chip cookies with these Rugrats fruit snacks in them. And the Rugrats fruit snacks were already disgusting. They were horrible, like the worst fruit snacks ever. I don't know if anyone else remembers that. They were terrible. Blue raspberry, I don't know, they were disgusting. Anyways, we thought we'd put them to good use and put them in cookies, and they were disgusting. It was the worst. I think maybe we forgot the sugar, or maybe it was just the fruit snacks were disgusting in them, but it was gross. Anyways, we're gonna let these kind of dry out a little bit. I'm gonna bring you over here to the stove, and we're gonna toast some of these slivered almonds. There's another thing I've learned in those baking championship shows. They always say toast your nuts. So we're gonna toast some nuts, right, Mr. Skeleton? And we don't want them to get too brown. So you want them just toasted enough. So you want them like a nice golden color. Where are those cherries? We're gonna have another one of these cherries. And we're gonna refrigerate it. One more. Okay. What are we doing? Oh, we're toasting the nuts. We almost forgot about them. Alrighty, here we go. Here we go. They're toasting, they're toasting. All right, so I'm gonna chop these toasted nuts up into just little pieces, just with a knife. Okay, I feel like this is good. We want like a little crunch, right? So I think we first add the cherries. I'm gonna press some of the juice out of this. Press it with a paper towel. Whoa. And get some more liquid out. I'm gonna add the tiniest amount, like I don't even know how much this is, but the tiniest amount of almond extract. So we didn't put it in the dough. Oh God, that might be a lot. I don't know. We're hoping for the best here. Oh God. So we're gonna put this, oh my God, that smells so good. Oh. So we're gonna put this, whoa, in here. How many, all the cherries you think? Might as well. We'll use our hands. We're kneading it into the dough. Look how Valloween-y that looks. Getting the little cherries in there. I'm hoping this won't make it way too wet. Let's put some of these nuts in there. Okay, that's a lot. Whoa, a lot of nuts. Okay, here we go. We're gonna mix these in. Knead them into the dough. Cherries and almonds. All the things distributed into the dough. I feel like we're kneading it to death. I'm hoping it's not too wet and it won't spread, but you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put it in the refrigerator for a little while. We're gonna wrap this in some plastic wrap again and put it in the refrigerator for, I don't know, I'm probably gonna put it in there for a couple hours if we're being honest. Okay, because I feel like that one needs to firm up a little bit. It may not turn out. So I kind of want to try some of this cherry with almond. Oh my God. Oh man, that's good. So I figured while we're waiting for our doughs to chill, we could pick out the spooky cookie cutters. There's a little ghosty. Okay, we have a bat. I definitely want to do bats. I was thinking bats and hearts. But do we have any small hearts? Like little hearts? Look at this spooky house though. I feel like that's so cute. I feel like we need to do more spooky cookie videos. What do you think? I don't know. I think we're gonna do bats and hearts to stay with the theme of our tree this year, of our spooky tree. All right, we're back and we're now making dessert essentially. All right, so we've left our dough to chill. Now I'm gonna unwrap it. It is a little bit stiff at this point, but what I like to do in rolling out my dough, I like to use parchment paper. I feel like I read this somewhere or saw this somewhere. I can't remember where I got this information, but especially with a stickier dough, like gluten-free dough, it can stick to a lot of surfaces. So using parchment paper to roll out my dough, I just put one piece of parchment paper down, put the dough on top, put the other piece of parchment paper on top of the dough, and then I use my rolling pin. That way I don't have to have raw flour or worry about the dough getting too dry. There we go. Now we're getting a good roll going. And it said on the website to roll it out about 1/3 of an inch. I know some people do really thick cookies. Some people like thinner cookies. I don't know. Is this 1/3? I don't know where we're at. Let's do a ghosty. Let's also do, what else should we do? A heart. Look how cute this is already. A bat. Also, I like the parchment paper trick because you don't have to end up cleaning your rolling pin because nothing gets on it. It's still clean. Peeling away the stuff that did not get cut into. This is the part I always struggle with, is getting the stuff off of the parchment. So far, so good. The pan. Little baby bats. They're so cute. We'll put him here. Uh-oh. I wish we had little baby hearts for the little baby bats. Now I'm going to put this cookie sheet in the fridge for just a couple minutes while we get this. We roll out some more dough. Because from what I've learned from the championship is the colder they are, least likely they are to spread. So the next dough, our cherry dough. I feel like this looks so Valloween-y. All right, we're just rolling this out. I swear this parchment paper, because this dough can get sticky, it just makes life so much easier. You can't exactly see how thick you're getting it though. That is the downside to it, but I think in the end it's worth it. All right, let's try a couple of each on this one too. We'll try this heart, a bat, and a baby bat. I feel like there's no way that these can't taste good. Like they have to taste good. I can already tell the baby bats are not gonna work out. There's just, because of the cherries and the almonds and stuff, it doesn't have a crisp line, which is fine. We just have to do a very obvious shape, I feel like, which is fine by me. All right, I'm gonna put these first ones that were chilled, I'm gonna put them in, I almost said microwave. We're not putting them in the microwave, in the oven. 350, that's Fahrenheit, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 6 to 8 minutes it said. So we'll see how it goes. So now we wait. I really hope they don't spread, fingers crossed. They're not supposed to, but the cookies are out of the oven. They look amazing. They didn't spread at all. I'm so excited to decorate these. So we're gonna start decorating. While our cookies are cooling, I'm gonna make some frosting. I have this recipe. I'll link it in the description. I'll also link the cookies, the original recipe, and then kind of what we added. I'll add that in the description box as well. But I wanted to make some royal icing to make these fancy cookies. We're gonna decorate them all. We're gonna try to decorate them fancy. I don't know if they're gonna end up looking fancy. I have my mixer here, and the recipe calls for 4 cups of powdered sugar in our mixer. I'm also gonna add 3 tablespoons of meringue powder. This is from the brand Wilton, right? Wilton, yeah. I almost said Wilson, but that's a whole other movie, a whole other time. Then I'm gonna go ahead and whisk together the meringue and the powdered sugar. And then it says 9 to 10 tablespoons of room temperature water. And then I'm gonna slowly add the water. Let's do this. I want it to be consistency where it's like, they call it like 5-second icing, I think is what they call it. Hold on, let me get it right first. But basically, add a little bit more water, but just a little bit at a time. I'm gonna add also about a half of a teaspoon of almond extract to my icing as well. So I'm gonna do that. Also on the website, it said if you lift the whisk of your mixer and the icing that's running off, if it joins back into the rest of the icing in about 5 to 10 seconds, like that's how long it takes it to kind of incorporate back into the icing once it hits it, then that's also a good thing. But you'll see on the website, I'll go ahead and link it in the description. And if you add too much water, don't worry about it. You can always add more powdered sugar. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a tall glass and a piping bag, and I'm gonna take the piping bag, open it up, and put it in the tall glass and kind of fold it over so I can put my icing in here. And I'm gonna put the white in here first. That way we can dye the icing that's still in the bowl. We're gonna put some white icing into the bag, and this glass will help it stay structured so it doesn't just flop over. This should be good enough for what, I don't know how much white we're gonna be using. Got these little twisties. I think Wilton also makes these little twisty tie things to put at the end. And there's our white icing. I'm gonna add some pink gel food coloring, and I'll link it in the description box as well. We want it to be a light pink, so I don't know how much to use. We're about to dye our entire hand. And then we're gonna turn back on the mixer and oh my gosh, this is we're gonna load up our next bag. It's gonna be our light pink. Hopefully this isn't too thick. All right, so I've got some colors here. I got this reddish pink, this purple that was supposed to be black, but we're gonna make it work, and this light pink, oh, and this white. All right, we're gonna try to decorate some cookies now. Okay, we're gonna do a heart, and we're gonna do some sprinkles on this one. We're gonna start easy because we gotta ease into this. Let's do this reddish pink color. I'm gonna take a pair of scissors, and I'm gonna cut the tip of this off. I'm not gonna put a tip on it, but I am gonna cut the tip fairly-ish small, I hope. I hope I didn't just totally mess that up. Okay, here we go. We're gonna try it and hope we did okay. I think that this is too small. Try a larger one. Okay, we're gonna try our best at this. Oh God. Oh God, this is already bad. This is ending badly. So before, when I had tried this, I made 2 different ones, and I think that's the way to do it. I made a thicker icing that kind of lined everything, or, you know, outlined everything. And then I made a fill icing that was thinner, and that worked out way better than this situation I'm doing right now. But I don't think that this is gonna be totally unfortunate. Look at that. But then we're gonna put on some sprinkles. We're just gonna put on, this is what we're doing. Just little ghosty and black sprinkles. This is really cute. Okay, that's cute. This one's done. Cuter than I thought it was gonna be. Oh Lord. Okay, next we're gonna attempt a bat. Let's do a light pink bat. Let's try it. We're gonna cut the tip of this off. The amount of food coloring on my hands right now, it's all right. Let's just fill all of this in. We're not even gonna outline it. We're just gonna push it to the edges, make it happen. What are we doing on this one? Should we do like a little, maybe we'll do a couple of little, just little tiny eyes with the purple. Oh God, I'm nervous. Here we go. Making the eyes happen, making it happen. Oh, that's cute. I've seen a couple of techniques. We're gonna try it. Like a little dot, like a little star thing. Just like a little star and a little speck. I don't even know if you can see that. It's cute though. Okay, that one's done. Okay, I kind of wanted to try something on this one. Kind of wanted to try like a spider web thing. I'm gonna try this first. Let's fill this like so. Okay, there's our little spider web. What we're gonna try to do, wait, there's a bubble. Okay, we're gonna try to take this purple, I think, is what we're gonna try to do. I'm gonna do a heart in the center, and then around it, uh-oh, we're already coming out. I'm gonna try to do, and then around that, oh my gosh, I'm scared. Oh no, this is going badly. That's a little bit of a mess. We're trying. And then we're gonna go here. And then we're gonna try to stick the little stick thing in here and pull out to the corner, and then out like a little spider web is what we're hopefully going to accomplish. Okay, here we go. This one. We have our little heart spider web. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna finish decorating these and then I'll show you the end result so you can see them all together. But we at least got to decorate a few together and it was kind of a disaster, but also the most fun. I definitely got really, really excited with the food coloring and anyways, I'm gonna finish decorating these cookies. I'll show you the end result. Just getting ready to go upstairs and realized I hadn't tried one of the cherry and almond cookies and now I'm eating one right here and forgot to film it. But they're so good, you have to try them. Definitely try the cherry and almond for Valentine's Day or anytime. Such a good combo. It's so good. Anyways, thank you for hanging out with me in the spooky kitchen. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a very dyed thumbs up. Say hey ghoul hey down in the comments because you know I love talking to you. And yeah, let me know any of your Valloween plans or if you're wanting to make some spooky cookies. Bottom line, I'm so glad we finally got to put our Halloween sprinkles and baking stuffs to good use. So I'm so excited. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out in the spooky kitchen with me and decorating our Valloween cookies. I'm gonna keep decorating and I'll let you guys go here. So thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys next time.